Okay, pause it and work these, and this shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. So you're going to be substituting, and they're only looking for acute angles. Theta between 0 and 90. Okay, and there is a bunch of problems in your book that they give solutions to, and I'm not going to go through all that. You can follow your book. It seems like for some reason in lesson 5 they give examples and solutions, examples and solutions. I'll let you follow those. I'll work these. So you please work these. Even if you get them wrong, I'm sure you've had a teacher tell you before, more than one teacher saying, math teacher especially, saying, hey, just dive into a problem. You learn by working problems, even if you work them wrong. And actually, research shows that you learn more when you get the problem wrong the first time. Your brain tries to untangle that and say, well, why did I get that wrong? And you wind up learning better than if you, especially than if you watch somebody else explain it. Okay, so please work it. Hopefully you get it wrong, therefore you learn it better. If you get it right, that's great too. You already knew it. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to substitute in sine squared, and then we're going to use those identities that we know. So I'm substituting for s, and I got this first one. I think is pretty darn easy. Let's see, 1 minus sine squared theta. Oh, and I remember what that is because I can remember in my head. I don't remember everything the greatest, but I do remember that sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. So if I subtract sine squared from both sides, 1 minus sine squared theta has to be cosine squared theta. So I got the square root of cosine squared theta. So it's just cosine theta. And I'm sure for the answer, they want you to go back up here, and cosine theta equals c. So it's just kind of mathematical gymnastics here or something. You're substituting in, jumping around, and then you resubstitute at the end. You've done stuff like this before. All right. So it's mathematical gymnastics for your brain. Okay, so let's do it again. If you haven't done this one already, if you needed to see that and you haven't done this one yet, pause, work this. I think you'll see it. See, you just got this on the bottom and you got sine up top. What's it going to come out to be? Okay, so let's see, sine theta, I'm substituting in for s, divided by, and I already know this because I already did it, I get cosine, right? If I substitute in sine squared theta, then I'd get the square root of cosine squared, I'd get cosine theta, and I can remember that one. I've got that one memorized. And your brain is younger and more able to memorize things than mine. So I do remember this one. Remember we did it same thing, using the old unit circle and looking at those relationships. Y over x, and y is sine, and tangent is, okay, so here we go. And one more. Okay, let's see if this one's any more trouble or not. 1 minus s squared. Gosh, there it is again. We know that's cosine squared theta. Don't forget that, right? 1 minus sine squared is cosine squared, divided by s sine. Okay, let's don't leave it like this. Oh, whoops. And this one, hey, I didn't substitute back in. Tangent is t. Sorry, the answer is t. The answer would be t on this one. Okay, if you got that, then you beat me because I had to go back and do it. Okay, so this one, let's substitute in here. You could substitute now, or you could split this into, see, in math you can go two ways. I could do cosine theta times cosine theta, right? That's cosine squared theta over sine theta, and I'd get cosine is c, cosine over sine. Oh, that's cotangent. It didn't give me something. I'm sorry. It'd be 1 over. Yeah. This is the inverse, right, of t. So t would be on the bottom. Let's see if I get the same thing over here, if that made any sense or not. So cosine squared would be c squared over t. Yeah, so it's easier if you substitute first. I'm sorry. Wait, let's see. What are we doing? Ah, no. I got c squared over s. And then, how am I getting that t over here? So maybe they would accept it if you did that. But let's see, that's c times c over s. And I know tangent, maybe you should just leave it right here. But I know this has got to be correct because sine, I'm not showing this real well. Sine over cosine equals tangent. And see here I've got sine, if I'm looking up, I've got sine over cosine. So the t will be on the bottom. That makes sure, because s over c equal t. So c over s is, so c over s is 1 over t. Is that too much? Just fractions there. So your answer should be c over t. All right. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Okay, let's go to lesson 5, activity 1, part 2A and B. Okay, please work those, and I will pause this video and start over since this is already over 6 minutes.